Guten Tag, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. Es freut mich sehr, Sie hier begrüßen zu dürfen. Ich präsentiere 50 plus Döner.
Ugh.
What? Good morning, y'all. ZD Smith, one of the benefits of Blue Sky is that it'll take the Bundesliga at least a year to get on it, so you can share whatever videos you want. Probably, I see that probably in there to soften the blow. There is a Bundesliga highlight on the 50 plus donor Blue Sky. Be fun, please put the Blue Sky into the chat.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now.
There is a video, so there is a highlight somewhere on the channel, on the page, and I will not tell you where it is. Hello, welcome to 50 plus donor. If you're coming from Blue Sky, hello. Which is crazy, Beefon. We almost have 500 followers on Blue Sky already.
I know, it's insane.
Bruh.
I've been getting followers on my personal. I'm like, what are you guys following me for? I'm gonna talk shit about every single Bundesliga team.
Allegedly. That
Allegedly.
could be an imposter account. We also have almost 400 followers on Twitch, which we are unshadow banned from. So hello to Dijopa4 and Vesper Violet. Thank you both for the follows. We had a backup plan show. Manuel Veth was supposed to come on, but he had his first kid. So applause to that.
Round of applause for that.
That is a great reason to miss
Go
it.
send him your love on Blue Sky.
Yes, send him love on Blue Sky. Great reason to miss this show. Dealing with one baby instead of two. And on that note, it's time for Bundesliga grades, because I do want to leave some time for GeoGuessr. Beeflum, any news from this week? Even though it is an international break.
It is an international break, but we can quickly go over the last match day before the international break.
True.
I'm pulling it up on my phone because I cannot see. The Friday game, unfortunately, disappointed again, which is not great for the...
But, I mean, they gotta stop putting Union Berlin games on Friday, man. They play too torture ball to be put on Friday.
Yeah.
We'll see later. They have the amount of goals that they let in and scored so far this season is gonna shock everybody, I think.
The ESPN2 game, which was St. Pauli and Bayern, surprisingly close, dare I say.
It was a true what do they know?
1-0.
What do they know?
It was a true what do they know? And you know what? They knew. They kind of cooked on that. We don't have to talk about Mainz Dortmund.
Let me actually share the screen, so I'm not a dumbass. There we
go. Bochum drew with Leverkusen, which...
They've got some splaining to do on that one.
They got some questions to answer. And wait, let me see, because I think it was a 89th minute goal for Bochum.
Yeah, they got Leverkusen by Bochum. Bruh, come on now. Absolute horse foolery.
Yeah.
I also have them on screen right now, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Stuttgart Frankfurt banger match,
absolutely.
Also, Leipzig Gladbach.
Now that I look back, this weekend was OD, bro. What was happening this weekend?
Yeah, like what was it? Augsburg Hoffenheim aside, some pretty interesting results.
It was a very interesting
across
weekend.
The board.
Something to also make clear in that Eintracht Frankfurt game, like, they technically dropped the gumbo, but the last equalizer in, like, there's supposed to be 3 minutes of stoppage time, and this goal was scored in like the 6 minutes of stoppage time. You'll never guess who the rest of that game was. But yeah, it was 3-3, but they called back the equalizing goal. Beefum, guess who? Do you know who the ref was for that? I guarantee you could guess.
My guess is always Felix Zweier.
It was Felix Zweier. That stoppage time was so unnecessary. We have to talk Mainz Dortmund. Do you want brief vent time before we go?
Yes, very brief vent time. It was expected. Never bet if you're betting on Dortmund away in the Bundesliga.
I gotta give you the 2-minute timer. The customary 2
Oh
minute
no, I
timer.
wasn't even gonna give it 2 minutes because it was wraps as soon as the red card happened. But like if you're betting on Dortmund away in the Bundesliga this season, that's losing money. It's free money anywhere else. As soon as we play Bochum away, Bochum's gonna beat us away in Bochum. Who else is ass? Holstein Kiel will beat us. It's just a foregone conclusion at this rate. So and until you see Dortmund win away, bet against them. This is not for real betting advice, partly because for legal reasons and also because I can't give that out. So
thank you for that disclaimer so we don't get sued. 50 plus legal battle. Let's jump into it. So we are gonna give. There's like the season's getting close to halfway done. There's 7 more games that play until we are at the like numerical half point. So we're just gonna give semester grades right now, not to freak anyone out in college right now, but we're doing some first semester grades. We're doing it in order of the table. Me and B-Flem will give them a grade of how we think they're doing so far. As you can see at the bottom, I have included our table predictions from when we did earlier in the year, before the season started, to kind of check in on how we're doing. So the first is Bayern. Bayern look a little back, not going to lie to you. 33 goals so far in the league with 7 scored. That's like vintage Bayern goal differential. They're 17th in Champions League, which is a little deceptive because of the new format. Like, if you lose one game, you're in like 13th, so it looks really weird. But they have 8 wins, 2 draws, 0 losses, some big wins in there. B-Flem, how do you think they've been doing so far? Not your like letter grade yet, but how do you think they've been doing?
I've been pleasantly surprised. Well, pleasantly is generous, but I've been surprised. Kompany's been doing very well in his first stint here, and I feel like not a lot of people expected that, especially with how Bayern performed last season, and it didn't really seem like they fixed a lot of their issues, especially in defense. But the Kompany's got them whipped back into shape. They're back to Bayern of old, dare I say, and it's a little scary for the rest of the league right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at these score lines, right? The Union Berlin's not an easy. Like, I know everyone is thinking about Union Berlin last season, but they're back to their like torture ball that they had now, and they still were able to get 3 goals against them. They kind of had that middle point, though. That was a point where they played like the hardest teams I think they played so far in the league. So 2 draws out of that when you're a new coach is pretty good. It's just kind of expected, I think. I think, like, I agree. Like, I thought Kompany would have a harder time getting things together, and he's doing it, right? He wasn't really I think people forget, he wasn't really handed a good vibe situation in the summer. Like, this team was looking like they were ready to quit last year, and he's got them playing good stuff now. I do think, though, like the St. Pauli, I do think they are still figuring it out, though. Like, 1-0 St. Pauli is a little rough, but they look really good, and they haven't lost. Like, it doesn't matter if you barely skate by St. Pauli. It's still a win. So, anything else? Any players stick out for you so far?
Yes, and I'd have to pull out my fantasy to tell you, but he's on my fantasy team, and he's been absolutely popping off.
Is it Michael Olise?
Yes, it is Michael Olise.
Bro, that is I think that's a crazier signing. This is going to sound really inflammatory. I think that's a crazier signing than Harry Kane, right? Harry Kane, $100 million, he better be good. But Michael Olise looks like he's been on that team forever, and he is so good.
He is, yeah.
Even though
he had 20 points in the last match, but that's okay.
Washed.
As soon as he gets on my team, it's over with. Anyway, Yeah, I feel like they're just gelling a lot better than they did last season. Elise is definitely part of that. He looks right at home, but they have a lot of the same core. Obviously, they lost a little bit in defense and had to add to that. Somehow, the additions they made to defense have not gone off the rails bad yet.
For real.
But yeah, I feel like they're just gelling a lot better this season than last season. I think that's the big difference.
Yeah, my standout player is Michael Elise as well, and Musiala, when he's in there, looks like Musiala. What else is there to say at this point? Company's expectation is to win the league. Lots of pressure in the Pokal since they've been eliminated too soon. Yeah, this is the first time in, 2 years that they've made it past the round of
The second
round. So, but they've got that Leverkusen Pokal match, man. You gotta watch that shit. That's gonna be so good. It's hard to give them I'm gonna give them an A- just because the losses they had in Champions League were pretty bad.
Get out of my head. I was gonna say A- as well.
We gotta do some brain decoupling, man. And then the last part I wanted to add: are you still confident in your prediction right now?
No.
Okay.
Not really. I feel like they're at this rate they're definitely winning the league. Yeah. But I don't know. It's still very tight up there. So I don't think third. I think their floor right now is second.
Yeah. I am gonna say I'm not confident just because I got so much flack for who I thought was gonna finish first. So I'm gonna say no. Speaking of that. Joshua Kimmich isn't even complaining. Company's got the locker room tight. No fucking kidding. No one said anything crazy other than Herbal, and Herbal's a loose cannon anyway. The vibes in the locker room are immaculate. No one has complained. No one said shit. If you remember what they were doing when Tuchel was there, it's day and night. RB Leipzig, they are in second right now, playing incredible defending in the league, but in Champions League they have not won yet. They look like absolute tushy. The funny thing about Leipzig, and we'll look at their little chart here, they started off well and they're starting to falter a little bit. Beefum, any immediate reactions to RB Leipzig so far?
So Bundesliga specifically, Leipzig are having the season I thought would be Dortmund's best case scenario. They have a couple suspect draws. I forget who their loss was to.
Dortmund.
But, look at that. Look at God. Look at God. No, they have a few suspect draws. I wouldn't call the loss to Dortmund suspect because, I mean, even though Dortmund has been due to water in some stages of the Bundesliga this season. Most of it has been away, and Signal Iduna Park is a hard place to play. But they've been taking care of business in most of their matches. And their Champions League is what's going to drop their grade for me personally, because they have a loss against Celtic. They played once against Liverpool, which is, I don't know, in any normal case, it would be good. It was a home game, which is kind of rough for them. They lost at home to Juventus as well. And then Atletico was also a loss. They've been pretty front loaded, and their Champions League schedule is like really tough because they've played all of them already so far. And then who else do they have? They have to play Inter and Aston Villa as well. I don't know who their last two matchups are. I think
I just should have told you this on the screen.
Oh,
I let you riff.
Aston Villa and Sporting are going to be difficult matches for them. I think they should beat Sporting at home. Sturm they should win as well, but they need to get results out of Inter and Aston Villa, or else it'll be kind of tough to salvage anything from that Champions League season.
I think a loss against Celtic is unforgivable, especially when you consider how much they got murdered by Dortmund, and then like a very similar team they got embarrassed by. RB Leipzig apologism. Hey, We're unbiased.
I'm being unbiased in my analysis here. There was positive or negative uh, uh, terms used for how I feel about RB Leipzig, but yeah, they're kind of cooked in Champions League. I can't lie.
What I will say about RB Leipzig is they're doing very well, but they're realizing the difficulty of like keeping up with Bayern right now. Like if you're gonna beat Bayern in the league, you can't draw to St. Pauli away, right? You can't. I mean, Union Berlin, whatever, but like a home draw to Gladbach, like Gladbach's kind of good, but like you're supposed to be competing against Bayern, right? You can't have those slip ups. So they're coming to a part of the schedule where they really need to show. Like, I think the big thing for teams trying to compete with Bayern isn't playing Bayern. It's playing the 15th team. It's playing the 17th team. The teams you're supposed to beat, right? That's where you look at the end of the season, you're like, damn, I really shouldn't have lost to Hoffenheim. So, I think they're having a fantastic season minus Champions League. And they're out of Pokal, too, aren't they? No, they're still in. Yeah, Champions League's gonna really knock down what I do. It's hard to pick out a player. I think the one good thing about Leipzig right this year is like they just have a team. Like they have a complete team, which is not a lot of teams can say. So I'm gonna give them a. I don't think you can give them a B because they're in second, but I'm not gonna give them any higher than this.
I can give them a B.
Ooh.
And I'll give them a B plus.
Are you still confident in your prediction of a second?
Yeah. I am so confident in that.
I'm going to say no for first, just for continuity's sake. This might take the whole episode. Actually, this is going a little slow. I don't think they'll be. Oh, I gotta read chat. Sorry. If they can prove defensively, they'll be scary. Leipzig? They've won 5. Oh, for the league, yes, but like Champions League, yeah, they need to do better defensively. RB Leipzig needs a D+ grade for not being in the drop. Oh, I see what you mean. Bochum and Kiel IMO are just playing out a season where they'll be down by April. We'll get to them. Eintracht Frankfurt. This is a spoiler. There's not a whole lot of talking I need to do on this one. A fucking plus. They look really.
Oh
really
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
It's really. They're doing well in Europa League. They're 4th. They are playing teams super tough. Omar Marmoush, Jesus Christ, what a season he's having. Like I don't see any other grade that can be for Eintracht Frankfurt than A+.
Agreed. Omar Marmoush is probably player of the season right now. Ekitike is also a stud. And I don't know if anybody expected them to be 3rd. Maybe if you ask Frankfurt fan.
Yeah, HEF pod.
HEF pod, yes, they would have expected them to be 3rd. But yeah, it's been there's not much to say except it's been a dream start for them in the league.
I will say the one thing that sticks out looking at their schedule, the 2 teams in the top 5 that they played so far, they did not get a win so far, which they're going to have to change. But we said earlier, to compete with Bayern, you have to win those games that you have to win. And they're winning all the games they have to win. So, Kolo Muani who? No fucking kidding. Frankfurt are some A+ scammers, bro. A+ credit card fraud. Anytime they sell a striker for over 40 million, they turn into me and B-Flem out there. Ekitike is a stud, absolutely. We fully expected them 6. That is the magic number for Frankfurt is 6. We both predicted they'd be 6. Timothy Chandler getting valuable minutes for dude's like 500 years old and still getting minutes with Frankfurt. Incredible. B-Flem, grade.
A+. Agreed.
Right. Not much to say there. Now, this is an interesting one. I think we get asked about these guys more than anyone so far. Leverkusen. They are fourth right now. They've let in 16 goals this season. They're 13th in Europa League. They have 4 wins, 5 draws, and 1 loss. Be fun. The fuck.
That record is suspect.
Especially when we go into who their draws are against.
That record is suspect. If you would have told me that Leverkusen coming into this season would have drawn 5 games up to this point in the season, I would be concerned. Like, they drew against Bayern, which okay. The Kiel draw, the Bremen draw, the Stuttgart, okay. We saw in the Super Cup that could be a possibility. Bochum is like, okay, what's going on? I feel like you got to start asking some questions around, because they got some things to fix.
I mean, still not losing is good when you've played Bayern and Frankfurt. But, like, if you told me at the beginning of season they would draw to the team in 18th place twice, bro, what? I think the big thing is their defending. I feel like last year was really underrated with how good their defending was. Now it's very suspect. And, like, I knew the magic wasn't going to continue from last season, so to say. But, like, for how much talent they have, this is not good enough. It's really not. And, like, do they have a Nightmare Gauntlet? They don't really. So, like, they don't have a whole lot of excuse. They're kind of, like, middling out for a team that didn't lose last year. They'd have almost the same squad as last year. So I'm gonna give them a D, dude. I think this is not good. Like, this is a team that should really be competing for first again.
Yeah. I won't say D yet. I will say C minus, just because they're holding their own in Champions League right now. They're still in Pokal, so they're juggling.
Oops.
They are juggling. They're juggling the 2 outside competitions pretty well. Inside the league, it is an easy D, but I have to add those in as well.
They're cooked, quite frankly, says. I
don't think they're cooked.
I don't think they're cooked yet, but you have to remember this team is is on risk radar of being absolutely picked apart this summer. So this is their chance to do whatever they're going to do with this current squad before. I mean, if they don't make Champions League, which if we look at the table, like, the points are really close. Like, in the scenario they don't make Champions League, dude, like, half the team's going to be gone this summer. So, the finish 3 or 4. Oh, confidence in Frankfurt. I'm going to say no. I think they continue to be high here. How about you?
Also no. I feel like what Frankfurt does well is that they play really well against the teams below them.
Yeah.
And then they still have to figure it out against, like, the top 4, top 5 teams. But I think around 4th or 5th, I think they'll be fine for Champions League this season.
They better hope key players don't get injured for lengthy stretches too, could shake the whole squad. I think on that note too, when they lose or draw, they look fucking despaired out there. The vibes in that locker room are a little weird. So I don't know what that's going to mean when they continue this stretch. But confidence, I'm going to say no. I think they actually even go lower. Just because, like we said in the beginning of the season, this is a really competitive season. And if you can't beat 18th place, then I don't know what that means for you for the rest of the season. You said had them in first, so
I have them in first, so yeah, that's a no. I'm not pressing the panic button, like, just yet. Obviously, I should, since they just drew against 18th place Bochum. But I don't know. I feel like they still have a good coach in Xabi Alonso. They still have the quality there to be even a fraction of what they were last season. They just have to figure it out. I feel like they do figure it out during the second half of the season, but I don't know if that will be enough to get back to first place.
Yeah. Freiburg. I think this is in a positive way. I think the biggest. No, second biggest. Union is obviously, I think, the biggest surprise so far. But Freiburg looks pretty decent so far this season. They've got pretty close. They keep it pretty close with 13 goals scored in 11. They're still in the Pokal, which is great since they're not in the European competition this year. 5 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses. And their losses are a little... No, one of them, St. Pauli is the only embarrassing one, but like losing to Leipzig and Bayern, like, okay. They're having a pretty okay season.
They are. I really like how they've looked so far. They have obviously a win against Stuttgart to start the season. They've drawn the last 2 games. They don't have a win in the last 3, but obviously that Leipzig match is going to be hard to win, especially away. But yeah, I feel like they're holding their own. Obviously, there's a sus loss against St. Pauli in there. But, I mean, outside of that, they've held their own pretty well. I feel like this game against Dortmund from when the international break is over is going to be a very good measuring stick for them. Just because Dortmund is as disappointing as Dortmund have been this season, which we're about to get to shortly. They've still done well at home. They're still one of the teams you don't want to go and face away. So if they can go out there and get a result, they have a chance of, making some noise, some real noise, as they have already been doing. But this is the one I feel like that will decide if they're legit.
They play some absolute torture ball away, though, which will be interesting. But I think this is a team that, like, I'm very interested to see how they do after the international break. When was the international break here? Here. So when they came back from the last international break, they had their like little rough patch they're having here. So I'm wondering how they come back. Especially, I don't think they have that many players on international duty to begin with, where Dortmund, I think, has a ton. So that'll be an interesting matchup. They don't really have like a nightmare gauntlet or anything. I think really for them, like any European competition spot, even if it's European Conference League, is going to be a big success because Christian Streich, who was their manager forever, isn't there anymore. But they chose the guy that they have now. I'm forgetting his name. Was also really deep in the Freiburg system, so they basically got Streich 2. And it really is looking like he already knows the team already. Like, they're playing very, very well. So,
Julian Schuster is their current manager.
Yeah, and he's been in that team forever. I'm gonna give them a B. I still think, no, I'm gonna give them an A. I'm being an easy grader, just because they were in 10th last year, and they're playing way better than they've ever looked at that point last year. So.
Yeah, well improved. I would say A-. That definitely has the potential to be bumped up with how they come back.
Yeah.
From an international break.
I have no confidence in them being 8th. I'm gonna say maybe. Just because that let's just look at it because I keep referencing it. Where are we right now? Like, if you look at the points from 4th downward, like, this is a nightmare. Like 5th to 13th are separated by 5 points. So, like, when you talk about being in 5th and then going down to 8th, that's pretty realistic. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
I'm very confident as of right now. You see, I got it on the nose so far.
You did get it on the nose. I'd give them an A because Europa League was above their expectations this year. That's what I'm thinking on that, basically. And I think if they end in that position, even if it's European Conference League, that's a huge W. I'm not even going to say a whole lot. This is A++.
A+ for me.
Union Berlin is so fucking back.
You do not want to see Union Berlin.
No. They play absolute gangster ball, dude. Look at this goals scored and goals allowed. Single digits 10 games in. They are out of the Pokal, though, because they lost to Bielefeld, so actually I am just going to give them a straight A. But, like, this team, they are the Heidenheim of last year. Like, they don't give a fuck who they're playing. They're going to play you tough.
Yeah, be ready for a fight when you're playing Union Berlin, because you're gonna have to fight for literally every single inch of the field. Bo Svensson has them playing ball,
Yeah.
and they may not be scoring a lot, but nobody's scoring on them. Hey,
That's all that matters. Do I smell the Osuana of the bully?
Osasuna,
bro. I'm glad I don't have the boo button. Look at these scores, man. I mean, Bo Svensson, I think, like, called Urs Fischer and was like, let me copy your homework, bro. Like, just absolute shut down soccer. Do they have a Nightmare Gauntlet? They do not. So, I am not feeling confident in at all that they're going to be 12.
Me neither. Yeah, you can just put that for me right now as well. I'm gonna give them an A plus. I'll say A plus.
I just think losing to Bielefeld of all teams, that takes a little. If they were still in the Pokal, I would give them a lot higher.
Bielefeld just borrowed MLS Cup set energy. That's what I'm chalking it up to.
Fair. All right, B-Fun.
F. Well, okay, hold on.
F.
Let me not rush. I'll say D plus. And here's why I'll say D plus. We're 7th in the Champions League, which is like, we haven't played. The only, like, big team we played is Real Madrid, so that we do have going for us. But we're still 7th. We have a chance. I think there's a good chance that Dortmund makes it out in the top 8.
Wow.
Just because we don't look the same away in the Champions League as we did domestically in both Pokal and in Bundesliga. And obviously the Barcelona game is a home game, which is pretty much the only other one that they should be, like, stressed about. They got it kind of easy on the draw compared to, like, your Leipzig. But that being said, this is an absolutely shambolic domestic season. This is an absolutely, like, this is so rough. If you're just looking at the fixtures and the trail that we've been on, you have a draw against Werder away, which, okay. You lost 5-1 to Stuttgart away. You lost 2-1 to Union away, which, okay, Union's kind of popping off.
Right.
You lost 2-1 to Augsburg away. You lost 3-1 to Mainz away.
And then they play Bayern at home again.
They play Bayern at home. Their away games against Leverkusen, against Bayern. I think, yeah, those, and against Frankfurt are all second half of the season.
Leverkusen's home.
No, I'm saying their away games are all second half of the season.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, second half of the season, that's not going to be fun.
Yeah. that right there is not going to be fun for them. So you have to take advantage of this Freiburg home game, this Bayern home game. I don't see, the way they're playing away right now, I don't see them being Gladbach away. They have a lot to figure out. Firstly, you have to figure out if you're keeping Shaheen on, how long you're keeping Shaheen on. How hot is his seat?
How hot is it?
The fans will tell you it's scorching hot. Everybody in chat will tell you it's scorching hot. I don't know if it's as hot within the front office, because the front office has been making some extremely questionable decisions as of recent, and they're putting all their eggs in this Sahin basket, and it's not really working out away from home. Now at home, you haven't lost the game at home yet, which good for you. But also some of those wins are 2-1 against St. Pauli and 4-2 against Bochum. Like, why are you allowing two goals against Bochum at home?
No.
But all this to say, 7th is not where you should be. Even if you're bringing in a new coach, and bringing in a whole new group of people, because it's a fairly new look Dortmund from last season. You still have Guirassy, who's been top 3 strikers in the league. And you still have, granted, the defense has been hurt, but the defense has people that get called up to Germany every single international break. So you got to figure something out. You got to figure out if Sahin's the issue, if the team's just not gelling right, if it's, I don't know, but D+ is hard. Let me get off my soapbox.
Are you confident with 4th?
No.
Better or worse?
Worse.
Damn.
I don't think they qualify for Europe at this pace.
My grade, I'm going to say F, because the one thing you forgot to mention is they're not in the Pokal anymore. They beat a 5th league team and then they bounced. That's embarrassing. And as good as Champions League is, I think unlike last year where their Champions League form kind of excused them being in 5th, being in 7th that's not it. And to have a worse away record than I think Augsburg, that's not it.
That's
right?
not.
That's not it. And this team having a 0 goal differential, as someone put in chat, in December is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So, obviously there's teams that would literally sacrifice someone to be in 7th and this close to the European spots. That's not Dortmund's bag. Dortmund should be competing for 1st every year. They have the resources, they have the talent. They just actively are choosing not to do that. And I don't know why. And if you ask me if Sahin's seat is hot, I think in the FO, I think they said that quote of we're preparing for the worst case scenario where if we lose to Wolfsburg, Augsburg, and someone else, it'll be fine. I think when that actually happened, now they're I don't think they thought that would happen. And honestly, I think what will make this extremely scorching is if they get embarrassed by Bayern at home. 2-1, no. But if it's the usual 4-0 by half Bayern score, he is fucked.
He's not coming back out for the second half.
So, and I think also that Gladbach away match will really be a test as well. So, it's an F for me, man. This team, the fact that we're normalizing Dortmund just being ass like this is not what should be happening. This is such a talented team, and there's no reason they should be in 7th ever. So even with it being competitive.
Yeah, and they can't have Champions League to bail them out this time, because you had it 5th last year, where 5th got you into the Champions League. 7th will never, ever, ever, ever get you into the Champions League. No. So you gotta fix up, and quickly.
I'm gonna put question mark for if 4th is good, because I think if they fire Sahin, yes, I think so. But if they are bought in on this Sahin thing and he somehow lasts the entire season while they are in 7th, no, not a chance. Let's skip down to the relegation people so we can go GeoGuessr.
Okay.
we've got 8 more teams and we have 20 minutes left in the show. Or what's speed round? Let's do a speed round.
Okay.
Bremen.
I'll say A.
I'm gonna say B just because it's still very tight. I thought they were gonna do worse, especially Leuven. Like, no, they have time to get over Füllkrug that gone. Yeah, I guess I'll say it. They're still in the Pokal actually, so that'll be an A for me. Gladbach.
Ooh, C.
See? Oh, this
C.
is where we're gonna have our first major disagreement. I think they're having a B+ season. Like, they started off bad, but if we look at what they're doing right now, like, their pieces are starting to come together. Like Rocco Wrights, Kevin Stoger's being Kevin Stoger, Tim Kleindienst is starting to find his shit now. I think for what I thought they were gonna be, which was 9th, I thought that the gap was going to be bigger between like top 6 and 9th, but they're hanging in there. They're like 3 points away from 6, so I'm going to give them a B+.
I feel you. I just feel like this is a very Gladbach season, and Gladbach seasons are always like C+ for me.
Yeah.
So
mine's gonna have to give them an A. The fact that they looked so dire last year, and they lost their manager, and now they look like a pretty competitive team. So
I would say A as well, even though it makes my blood boil.
Yeah, I totally understand. I didn't read that you posted. They want the River Derby back, so they're getting relegated. If Dortmund gets relegated, they should just fold the entire team. Stuttgart gonna have to give an F.
I would agree.
Like, nah, C. I think they're playing hard. Their results don't match how hard they're playing, but no one's going to give a fuck if they miss all of a European competition at the end of the season. You don't get like a try-hard bonus star at the end of the season. Like, they've got to get it together, especially with all the people they have on release clauses for next summer. You got to do something with the team that you have right now.
Move me up to D+. Yes, you do have a brutal schedule now that you're in 3 competitions and one of them is Champions League, but you need to 3 wins out of 7 games in the league is not what you need right now.
Wolfsburg, I forgot they were even in the league, so I'm gonna give them a C.
I would yeah.
They're basically the same team as last year with like 0 whatever.
They're there.
I have a bit of a hot take with Augsburg.
I'll let you say your hot take because I feel like we may agree.
Let me make sure I see.
I feel like we may agree
before I make this bold ass position.
I feel like we may agree.
B.
I would agree.
Yeah. They're not world beaters, but like they've got some pretty decent results here. Win at Dortmund, win against Gladbach. They're just kind of staying alive, but this stretch we'll see how they do. Bayern, Frankfurt, and Leverkusen all in 4 games. Wow. Heidenheim, bro,
fall off at the century.
C-. Like
they started okay, but then they let Augsburg take over.
They're being ass in the league, but they're 6th in European Conference League, and they play Chelsea next. And I think they could genuinely get a result out of that.
If they get a result against Chelsea, I will genuinely go back. Next week with Manu Veth on the show, we will go back and we will put them up to B for me. Just because anybody that beats Chelsea, I have to give props to.
I will do a Chelsea diss rap if they lose to Heidenheim.
Right now, I would agree with you with C-.
I think just like I don't want to give them an F because I think everybody foresaw Heidenheim having this kind of form because they're split in so many competitions. Like Heidenheim's not going to survive that. But it would be interesting to see if they keep going in European Conference League, what happens to them. But Hoffenheim, Jesus fucking Christ.
F.
Jesus. That's bad, man. What happened to them? They just fired friend of the show, Pellegrino Monterosso, so we'll see where they go after that. But they're floundering. St. Pauli.
I'd say C, to be honest.
I
like it's about where we expected them to be, but we were hoping for better.
They just are playing some real standstill soccer right now, so I'm gonna give them a C, but C plus actually. They're out. They're out Pokal. Never mind.
Yeah, C plus, but they do have result. They only lost by 1 against Bayern. They beat Hoffenheim, which is nothing to write home about. They beat Freiburg 3-0, so like that.
And they got a draw against Leipzig. Actually, I'm gonna upgrade this to minus. I want to go back because Slovenisa said something very good. Heidenheim is doing okay for all the talent they lost. Bumping that up to a B because they got fucking looted, and they're still competitive in ECL, and they're doing their best right now. Kiel. If I remember Kiel, they are kind of getting washed a little bit.
They're getting a little washed.
Yeah, their only win is against Heidenheim, so it's kind of hard to give anything but a D right now.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And then I put the quote in there, B-Flem. Bochum will be booty, the White Sox of the Bundesliga. End quote. 2 draws, 9 losses, 0 wins so far this season. Yes, they do have that draw against Leverkusen, but bruh, they are fucking bad. This isn't just regular badness. This is advanced badness. Like, you can't be losing 3-1 it's just not good for them, man. They look awful.
Listen, Bochum may have that draw against Leverkusen, but the White Sox also put 10 runs on the Yankees once upon a time, and look how they
Didn't they sweep the Yankees or something? They swept some team.
They swept some team that they shouldn't have swept.
But I'm giving them a G. It's a letter under F. So.
Put chum for me. It is the chum bucket.
Yeah, both chum for real. All right, let me figure this out real quick. Thank you for hanging. I know the U.S. I was like, oh, our viewers dropped like a qualt goblin, but I realized the U.S. men's national team is playing right now. I think, right?
They play soon.
Oh, for Nations League, I thought it was just a regular ass
The starting lineup was released 20 minutes ago.
I would ask who's on it, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care.
It's
Joe Scally on it.
Yes, he's playing right back.
Fuck Joe Scally. What? I don't mean that. I love you, Joe Scally. I don't know how to do this actually. Hold on. I'm gonna do our what is this? Where is it? Technical difficulties. Anyway, so we're gonna play GeoGuessr. I guess this is the hit thing to do right now. Single player. It's me and B-Flem. No moving? What does that mean?
That means we just stay where we're at and we have to guess from wherever we're at.
I'm gonna do easy. Just wait.
Okay.
Where are we going right now? What the? Oh, well, this is. Okay, that's not what we're doing. How do we get the fuck out of this? Okay. Classic maps. They completely redid. I should have checked this before we started doing this. How the fuck do you get to? Can you just not do this anymore? Oh, here we go. Okay. Sorry, I was crashing out for a second. Oh, there's music on it now. How do you turn that shit off? Okay, whatever. Well, this looks like any fucking where in Germany, unfortunately. How do you turn this music off?
Yeah, you're gonna have to carry it because I've never been to Germany. I've not really seen outside of football stadiums, so.
Is the Jeff Gordon kit because Colm didn't release a Carnival kit? Not yet. Hello? Yeah, this could be fun. The issue with Germany is, like, it all looks the same. So, let's see if we can adventure around here. Oh, I see what it means by no moving. It just... Okay, we're gonna redo this, actually. Maybe I can turn off the fucking music this time. The music is ass. Settings. Okay, music volume. Turn that off. Alright.
Chat, while he's fixing this, what should I eat for dinner?
I don't know what no move is, so I'm kind of scared. Oh, it's all going to be in Germany. What am I fucking talking about?
Yeah.
It's a Germany map. No, I know when this show sucks. Already getting the oh shit, it's Stuttgart, so you guys are fucking hilarious. Again, now you see my quandary that this shit all looks the same. What is
Yeah, it looks. Peter St. Gabriel.
Does that say Baba Booey? No, it doesn't. That would have been weird. Glizzies for dinner. A Chicago hot dog would kind of bang, not gonna lie.
It would kind of bang. What's in my fridge? Not a lot to cook, I'll tell you what. It's getting glizzy.
Oh, Würzburg. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Look at that. Okay, but where in Würzburg?
Man, I don't give a shit about all that. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot where Würzburg is. Bruh. Wait, where is Würzburg? Oh, no, dude, I'm gonna be embarrassed. Oh, God, dude, where's Würzburg? You're in Osnabrück? What are you talking? It says Würzburg right there. Oh, wait, it's like there, right? No, that's not it. Okay,
this is completely off topic, but I'm on Blue Sky on the side right now, and I see Manu posted about the addition to the family, and I was thinking we should have had Olive and York send them a jersey.
There's still time for that. What are you talking about?
There's still time for that. We gotta get the baby indoctrinated and unbiased.
I'm not gonna lie, I never would have guessed Würzburg is all the way down there. So that's my B. That's my B.
Würzburg kicker's pissed.
I'm sorry, Würzburg kicker, if you're somehow watching this. Do you think an actual like Bundesliga team has ever watched this show?
I hope not, because we just posted our Blue Sky and we said there was a highlight on the page.
Oh yeah, true. I'm trying to chase down this car, but it's
it's doing. It disappeared.
How the fuck did it do that?
Probably turned.
Wait, is it down here? No, it's Harry Potter vehicle.
We lost it.
Oh, there's a flag. What flag is it? 1930. It's a bobsled. It's a bobsled team? Bro, what flag is that? Oh my god. Wait, bobsledding? So that has to be somewhere. Oh, wow. That has to be somewhere in the south, I would imagine. What is going on with this window right now? Okay. Dusseldorf? Oh, Krefeld! Oh! I fucking forgot about Krefeld. That's a Krefeld Penguins flag. Fuck!
Oh, I've never heard of them.
All my German Hockey League fans in chat. forgive me. All right, this
They put us in the middle of nowhere. This is Hoffenheim.
yeah, the beautiful mountains of Hoffenheim. Bro, this has to be Bavaria. But where in Bavaria? It's definitely the south, for sure. Holy shit, how did you know that? Me? Dude, I love the Deutsche Eishockey League. I wish I could watch it more. Okay, we're at a road. How do professional GeoGuessr people get this shit? I'm just gonna say somewhere in Bavaria, bro. Let's say Rosenheim. I knew it was in the south, though.
Hey.
Wait, how close is
What
that
was
to
it?
Stuttgart? Are we gonna get memed? No, it's not near Stuttgart at all. I had a dude that played League follow me back on IG, but I think he quit social media like 3 years ago, and I forgot his name. What are you talking about? League, like League of Legends?
Or the German Hockey League.
Oh, I was like, bro, what about League of Legends now? That shows where my brain's at. Alright, well, we're in the middle of the most unhelpful highway of all time. We keep trying to see the sign. Munich. Okay, so it's in Bavaria somewhere. Maybe. Oh, no, it's in Munich. This is what Munich looks like? Oh, wait. That's Bayern Stadium. Oh,
Yo!
no.
Allianz, yo!
I can't.
They put
If
us
you
right in
never
front
knew
of the
what Allianz Arena
bro.
looks like, that's what it is.
Yo, that's actually the stage where Machine Gun Kelly performed last weekend.
Wow. What an honor. There's Harry Kane's car.
Yo!
Yo. Oh, shit.
Yo, they got this mid-game.
Bro, that's crazy. Damn, that actually kind of close.
That's really funny.
This is a crazy name for a Chinese place, though. In Germany, Oriental Hong Kong Kitchen. Anyway, next. Haus der Wirtschaft. This has to be. No, there's too many mountains for it to be Berlin. What's the Slade's issue? What dog is that? I almost. No, I'm not gonna say it. Park plots. Wait, IHK. Wolfsburg? No, but it's somewhere in Bavaria because there's a Audi sign. Bro, this is in like the Schaumburg of Germany. Look at how many like
this is
like random office buildings there are.
This is leading up to O'Hare Airport.
This literally is the area around O'Hare. Like, not even joking. Why does it keep doing this? There we go.
This is like Bridgeview, but right outside of SeaGeek Stadium.
There's got to be. Okay, I think we're gonna see it on here. No, Beinroth, bro. Where the fuck are we right now?
I don't know.
Oh, you know where this might be? In Goldstadt.
Oh.
Since there's 2 minutes left in the show, I'm gonna guess Ingolstadt. No, that's not where Ingolstadt is. Where is Ingolstadt? It's in Bavaria. Oh my god, where is it? Where is Ingolstadt? Oh man, I used to know where it was. It's such a random fucking like city. Oh, here it is.
Oh. Stuttgart!
Oh god, it was a little too close. We did get memed. That is definitely near an airport. I don't think there's an airport in Heilbronn, right? Bro.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what a riveting show. Well, you have to give us a little bit of credit because we had to put that together today. Not even today, like in a few hours.
In a few hours.
But Manuel Vest will be back next week. We are going to have him do MS Paint and our absolute sicko game that we came up with. It's going to be very fun. B-Flum, any last words?
Don't watch Friday games this week. It's international break.
Yeah, don't do that. W host, W show, W grades. What a nice young man.
What a nice chatter.
Quite frankly, we already have a show planned for you, so get ready for that. Yeah, don't watch Friday games. I guess watch the U.S. men's national team, whatever. And see ya.
Guten Tag, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. Es freut mich sehr, Sie hier begrüßen zu dürfen. Ich